Hi, my name is RP Jakob. I will talk about how to calibrate our agents to intercept things like EJBs, HTTP, JMS, and even JDBC. The first step to configuring agents is opening up the agent settings window. There's two ways of doing that. One from the left-hand menu under settings, there's agents. Also, there's a shortcut on the homepage. You can just click on more. On the agents page, you will notice a list of agents. So in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 agents. You may have 30 agents, in which case the quickest way to find it is if you know the name, you can just type it in here, which will automatically narrow the list of agents. The first thing to notice is that the agent is up, the status is green, and also the capture transaction is turned on. So this means that we're ready to configure this agent to capture data. Now, yesterday, Chris mentioned that we have some built-in protocols that we support out of the box, and they are listed in this window right here. Adjust captures for protocol. So as you see, we have JMS, HTTP client, server, JCA, and so forth. Currently, it shows that all the protocols are set to counts only. So currently, the only thing we're intercepting is the number of times we intercept these protocols, but we don't capture any other points of data. We also call this mode zero wait mode. And the reason why we started in zero wait mode is we don't want to add unnecessary overhead in capturing data that you don't need. If you're not really sure which protocol you're interested in capturing, I recommend that you first start exercising your application and monitor the counts to see what protocols are available for you to capture. In a separate window, I exercised the Lisa Bank application, and it generated quite a few transactions which show up as counts in this window. So now I know that I have data available for these 5 protocol types. Now I have the option of turning up my capture level, and the available levels are counts, which I'm on currently, counts and paths, and full data. Now the counts and paths, this is used purely for visibility. You will not be able to generate virtual services or baselines with this setting on because it only intercepts um, the path information and no request response payloads. Okay, so I can turn on my protocol to counts and paths, and if I want to do multiple protocols at the same time, I can do a multi-select and turn them on all at once. There we go, counts and paths. Now I will reset the counts, so that will show me if these protocols are hit once again. In a separate window, I re-executed the same transactions, and now we're going to check to see if the new transactions show up in the Analyze Transactions window. To see the new paths, you simply navigate to Analyze Transactions. And as we see, we do see 2 transactions, and we're going to click to see the details of this particular transaction. Okay, this deposit money transaction, it shows that it started with an HTTP call, and it invokes several EJBs and database calls in the backend. Now, keep in mind that we've calibrated this agent to only capture counts and paths. And this is the path component without any payloads, as I mentioned before. So now we're going to capture the payloads, and then you'll be able to see the difference. So back in the agent view, I'm going to change the capture level to full data, and I'm going to re-invoke that transaction, the deposit transaction. Okay, I've regenerated the transactions. Let's have a look at the transaction path. Now, it looks very similar to what it looked previously as expected, but now if we click on the request tab, we can, and the response tab, we can see the details. This is the full payload data that is required to generate virtual services and baselines. I'll just show you a couple more. So here we go. That covers the basics of how to do the basic capture for agent related transaction data. A slightly more advanced topic is how to filter out noise. Let's say, for example, that the button click do is a noisy transaction that I'm not really interested in. And there's quite a simple way of telling the agent not to capture this transaction ever again. You can simply open the transaction details and right click on the root frame and click on disable URL capture. And you see it says that a new capture rule was added to exclude this particular URL. So now when I re-execute this transaction, I see that the deposit money due was no longer accompanied by or preceded by a button click due. Now, if you change your mind about eliminating that rule in the future, you can use this icon right here and simply click on this and say included back again, which essentially removes the exclude rule. All right, well, thank you for listening.